Tell you what, if we didn't have any of the DLC, we'd almost be at the level cap, and we essentially still haven't even found Dad yet. So I think it's about time we go ahead and carry on with the story a little bit. Well, we've done the legwork, so we might as well go ahead and get paid for it. We read the holotape back there in the Jefferson Memorial. Basically let us know that he was hiding in some vault hidden under a garage. Of course, put the map marker right on it, so didn't make that hard to find. Went and grabbed a few things along the way. Bobbleheads and more bobbleheads. Always bobbleheads to find. Right, now, I think this is kind of cool. This actually is pretty well hidden. Innocent-looking garage. Wouldn't have any clue anything was here. Can't tell you how long I looked around for something here until I figured out there's that electric switch on the wall. First time I was here, yeah. It was just, wow. Memories, man, memories. Alright, once again, let's consolidate some stuff. Good thing is, everywhere we need to go from this point is already unlocked. Rivet City, Jefferson Memorial, and all that stuff. So at least we have a little bit of a heads up there. I'll take all that. Right, very good. And have a few things to go trade to the outcast guy. In fact, when all this is said and done, I'm going to have quite a few little things to go trade to the outcast guy. I was kind of debating on how exactly I'm going to do this whole Tranquility Lane thing. In the last video, I was like, well, you know, I could shortcut it and do the fail-safe thing, and then I was like, no, there's some hilarious stuff in that. I mean, it's really dark humor. It's actually really evil. It's really bad, but it's funny at the same time. Sorry, it really just is.
Welcome to Vault 112, resident. According to sensors, you have arrived 202.3 years behind schedule. Please redress in your Vault Tech issued Vault suit before proceeding. If you have misplaced your suit, I am authorized to distribute a new one. Once dressed, please proceed down the stairs to the main floor so that you may enter your assigned Tranquility Lounger. Please find the nearest Tranquility Lounger and be seated.
Be interesting to see what this vault looks like just a year or two down the road, now that it's been unsealed. It's in pretty good condition right now. This would make a pretty good home base, actually. Always wondered if there is a way into this overseer's office. Like, it requires, you know, some kind of key or password or something. Alright, so you can't mess with that, and it'd be cool if it just required a lockpick skill of 100 or something. Something you could come back and there'd be some little bit of something, maybe on a computer in the over, you know, just something to see and get a little more background and stuff. I guess you have to keep a lid on some of that stuff, because I think there's going to be some Boston or at least Institute reference here with this Braun guy. I know he's a Vault Tech guy, but I think he was an Institute scientist. I don't know. Anyway. I'm just theorizing there. Uh-oh. Face wasn't creepy at all, was it? Alright, good deal. Good view of our character reel there. No Pip-Boy. Now we just have a Vault Boy watch.
Good day. You probably ought to go talk to Betty, kiddo. Don't want to keep her waiting. She's out there on the playground, probably looking for you. Run along now.
Music in the background. It's
Well,
just
hi
a
there.
happy Saturday afternoon, right?
Of course it is. It's America, isn't it? You mean besides how wonderful it is to live here? Everyone's very friendly, even old lady Dithers, though she's lost most of her marbles. Nope, afraid not. Don't you worry about it, though. You'll find him. Sounds like you've been spending too much time with your nose in those darned comic books, sport. Have a great day.
Okay.
Oh, someone new to play with. What good luck I have lately. I was just starting to get bored. Oh, we're going to have so much fun. I'm Betty. I live here on Tranquility Lane. Want to play a game? We're going to play a game now, silly. That's what's going on. Gee, I don't know. What's he like? That's your daddy? Oh, we're going to have so much fun. This is going to be the best game ever. Oh, don't be mean. That's not a good way to start. I said we're going to play a game, so that's what we're going to do. I said I want to play a game. It's easy. You make Timmy Newsbaum cry, and I'll help you. If you don't, then I guess you'll never find out where your daddy is.
Okay, so if you get like a Nazi serial killer with an experimental personality to run simulations with people's lives to play with, this is what you get. This is real. This is so bad.
Timmy, wanna play? You're a big dumb liar.
Oh crap, that didn't work. Darn it.
Hi, wanna play? What? No, she didn't. Did she? I don't like her. She's creepy, and she laughs at stuff that isn't funny. Your dad? Nope, I haven't. Did he get lost? It's okay, I guess. I don't really have nobody to play with, except for Betty, and she's kind of, well, she's mean. What? You're weird. Have a great day.
Poor little Timmy. All right, we need to figure out how to make Timmy cry. Little Timmy. All right, let's see what could make Timmy Nussbaum sad. There we go. Ah. Tell him he's getting sent off to military academy. Oh man, I forgot how funny this actually is. This is pretty awesome. Hey Timmy, guess what?
Hi. Wanna play? What? No, I'm not. But I don't want to go away. I don't want to leave my mommy. No.
Sorry. That's so evil.
I thought you didn't want to play, but you went and did it anyway. Good for you. Wasn't it fun?
A clever approach. I'm not sure I would have considered it. Very encouraging. Your reward for winning the game is to ask a single question. I will answer honestly and frankly. An interesting choice. Certainly not what I had anticipated. Simply put, you leave when I say so. This place is under my control and I dictate the terms. If I decide to let you go, you may go. An excellent question. Timmy was easy and therefore boring. I desire some real entertainment. The Rockwells are the picture of a happy marriage. Change that. Split them up without killing either of them.
If you can do that, I'll have a good laugh and then we'll talk some more.
Ah, who would go figure? Scientists in a position of authority, twisting people's lives for their own, experimental pleasure. Yeah. That would never happen, right? Alright, so now we gotta go get this happy couple divorced. I don't know if there's any such thing as a perfectly happy couple, though, right?
Well, hi there. What a horrible thing to say. Is that your idea of a joke?
Kinda, yeah.
Oh, you're such a kidder. Our marriage? Oh, goodness. What kind of a question is that? Mabel didn't put you up to this, did she? What a silly thing to ask about. Bye-bye.
Oh, a clue. Let's see, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so she wishes she had killed that girl with her rolling pin. Alright. Let's see if we can't make that happen. I'm telling you, if I find a rolling pin, I'll just go make that happen, then I'll just put it off on her.
You don't belong here. You're not supposed to be here. It's not real, none of it. It needs to end. The suffering must end. We're not really here. We're not really talking. It's all made up, make-believe. We're sleeping, dreaming. The dream became a nightmare. It has to end. It just has to. But we're not in charge. He is. And he doesn't want us to wake up. He calls himself Betty now, but he's still the same. He can put on a new face all he likes, but underneath he's still evil. Braun. Bastard thinks because he helped create this place, he's God here. But I know he still uses the fail-safe terminal. I know it. It's in the abandoned house. He doesn't want us going in there because he's afraid we might find it. It's the only terminal to the outside. The only way to shut the whole thing down. You've got to find it.
Okay, there is an interesting note on the failsafe computer. It talks about a previous experiment with some Swiss chalet, some alpine lodge or something. Okay, you know, ski lodge type thing. Anyway, apparently that old lady right there slipped on the ice and impaled herself, and he had to reset some computer stuff. I'm assuming when he reloaded her back in the program that something went wrong or something, maybe. But anyway, she's wise to the whole deal. Now we could go just do a shortcut. We could run in the abandoned house, and you hit a bunch of items in a certain order. It's like a cement block and a empty Nuka-Cola bottle and stuff. Anyway, hold on. Okay. All right, so this is our victim, our first victim. So bad.
Hello.
Well, nothing going on here. Don't mind that wall over there. But anyway, yeah, the old lady slipped and impaled herself or something and messed up that program. Anyway, he got bored with that. So apparently this isn't the first of his experiments.
Good day. Good day to you. What? What are you talking about? Oh my God, what is that? Is that blood? And brains? Janet did this to Martha? She really did snap, didn't she? My God. Janet, what have you done?
What on earth are you talking about, Roger?
How could you? How could you do that to her? Have you lost your mind?
Roger, stop it. You're scaring me.
You should be in a sanitarium or a prison. You're out of your damn mind. You just stay away from me, you hear me?
So evil. It just keeps getting better too. Awesome.
a clever interpretation of the rules. I'll have to reset the system to restore Martha, but it's well worth the effort. You have taken a far greater interest in these little games than your father did. He found the whole thing beneath him. I am pleased to see I'm not the only one being entertained. You're far more agreeable than your father. If you wish for more, then so be it. But let's raise the stakes a bit this time. I'd like you to kill Mabel Henderson. But do be creative about it. Beating her to death just won't suffice. Put some effort into it.
Music to my ears.
Okay, yeah, maybe I'm enjoying this a little bit too much. Okay, so we have to go kill Miss Henderson. Now, I don't know if this is a reference to a song or a movie or something. Probably is. What's up?
Hello. Hello, sweetie. How are you? No, I haven't. But when I do, I'll tell him you're looking for him. Computer what now? Why don't you go find Timmy and have a nice game of catch? Bye-bye.
Okay, so this is just so bad. Okay, this may be the funniest of all of them right here. There's several ways you can do this, I believe. Don't know all of them, but I really like this one. The British butler robot goes berserk. This is
Over here.
okay. Let's see if we'll get a vantage point. Thing with this is now he's gonna just aggro on anybody and everybody that comes into place. So I don't need him being aware of me.
And who gets to clean up all this?
So you have a berserk robot
This is hopeless.
chasing this lady around her house.
For Queen and
This is awesome. Alright, this may take a little while, but I don't care, it's worth it. This is so bad.
my God, if I had hands, I'd strangle the life out of you.
For a queen and country.
This is hopeless.
And who gets to clean up all this blood? Me. That's who.
I'm out of here.
Damn ungrateful humans making these robots clean up all their own blood.
Do stand still.
Apparently Miss Henderson is pretty evasive. Alright, come on, robot. Let's finish this off.
This is hopeless.
Yes, let's all beat up on
Your robot goes berserk and talks smack to you while he's stalking you and killing you in your own house. That's just
Do stand
so epic.
still. You have insulted my honor, and for that,
I'm out of
you
here.
must die!
Hmm.
I'm out of here.
That's enough excitement for one day.
Yeah, I think that's it. Actually, if we were to go toe-to-toe with the robot, for all I know, he's probably got a few more one-liners, but might as well go ahead and shut him down.
The Henderson estate is in tip-top shape, young miss. Have a wonderful
Totally unaware. Alright. Now what? I have to admit, this may be just a little bit fun. Horribly evil, but who's to know, right?
Poor Mabel. Killed by her own robot. I suspect she never saw that coming.
You are most resourceful, and you certainly do get results. You have exceeded my expectations. And now we come to the last task that I have for you. Succeed, and you shall be granted whatever you wish. I think you'll find that I've been quite honest with you thus far. You have no discernible reason to mistrust me. In the doghouse, out behind the abandoned home, are a mask and knife. Don the mask and become the pint-sized slasher. Use the knife to eliminate all the residents of Tranquility Lane. He is a figure of myth, born of old campfire stories. You will make him a reality. The residents will know you and they will fear you. When they have all been eliminated, return to me. I thought you might find it amusing. It draws upon an old urban legend, a story told over campfires many years ago. The residents have all heard the story and will fear you. Go forth and make me proud.
Okay, go forth and make me run. All right, so we get to become the neighborhood urban legend. Yes, the serial killer that they've been telling scary stories around their campfires. All right, well, if it gets any better than this, I just don't know what it is. All right, let's take a look. What? This is so ridiculous. Well, if it's gotta be anything, it's gotta be a scary clown mask, I'll tell you what. Alright, victim number 1. The way we hold our knife, too, really makes you look like I'm stalking the guy. Oh, this is so bad. Wahaha! Oh, everybody's all in one house. Oh, nice. Oh, how could this be funny? Oh, there's really something wrong with me. Alright, well. In for a dime, in for a dollar, as they say. Come here. Come here, where'd you go? Hey, come back here. Don't run from me. Alright, who's next? Wait, what do we got? Oh, here we go. Here's one. Wahaha!
Yeah! The pint-sized
Shit, I
slasher!
missed.
Someone help me!
The pint-sized slasher.
Run! No, no! Please leave me alone! Run! It's...
Oh. Yeah. Exploding. I have to ask who thought this up? Just this whole thing.
Run! It's the pint-sized slasher! No, please! Get away!
Ah, come back here. Sorry. Not carried away at all.
No, please.
that it? I think that's it. Darn it. Oh wait, okay, one more.
The pint-sized. Whatever it was, I guess it's gone. No. Whatever it was, I guess it's gone now. Oh God, help!
Ah! Hurrah!
Alright, well I guess the fun's over.
Well, most enjoyable. Most enjoyable indeed. I haven't felt this exhilarated in years.
I had a distinct impression you enjoyed yourself. We are alike, you and I. Now, you asked for the means to leave Tranquility Lane, and so I grant it to you. The door is open.
You are, of course, welcome to stay a bit longer if you like.
Yeah, I don't think so. Notice you run around murdering everybody and he says we are alike, you and I. Evil scientist. And to think he would have been one of the most respected scientists of his day, but when it comes down to it, he's just that. Still, that was pretty funny. I don't care. It was pretty funny. In a dark, sadistic, perverted way, maybe, but still funny.
You've saved me. I was afraid I'd be trapped in there forever. Oh, it's so good to see you, but what are you doing here? You came all this way and risked your life for answers. It must be important to you. That's where you belonged. You were an adult, capable of fending for yourself, and you had a good life ahead of you. What's out here is my task, my responsibility. I never wanted you to have any part of this insanity. Project Purity was underway long before you were born. There were many of us, including your mother, who devoted our lives to it. The idea of free, clean water for everyone drove us to succeed. So many sacrifices were made for that idea. My responsibility is to see it through to the end, to make sure those sacrifices mean something. Yes, what about you? Why in fact are you outside the vault at all? I don't even want to know how you got out. As much as I appreciate your help, you were supposed to stay there, to make a life for yourself there, not out here. You were supposed to stay put. You could have had a good life in the vault. But I suppose it's too late to go back now, isn't it? The Overseer would likely have a shot on sight. Well then, you'll just have to come with me to Rivet City. You've certainly proven yourself capable enough. That's my girl. Let's hurry. Now that I know what we need, I want to get back to work as soon as possible. Of course, honey. What's on your mind? I wanted you to be safe. I didn't want this for you. A life out here in this godforsaken war zone. I couldn't tell you what I was doing because I didn't want you following me. A plan which clearly was not as successful as I imagined it would be. Oh, my child. If only you could have known how much it meant to her. She believed in the work we were doing and was so determined to see it through. She gave up so much for this project. We all did. And I don't want that to have been for nothing. So am I, my love. Well, this isn't what I had in mind. It's good to have you with me. It started as an idea, really. Remember the Bible passage your mother loves so much? Free, clean water for everyone. What a difference it could make in the lives of everyone here in the wastes. Over time, that idea took the form of a purifier, not like the one in the vault, though. This one was gigantic, capable of purifying millions of gallons of water at once. We used the old Jefferson Memorial for the location, right on DC's tidal basin. Someday soon, I hope you'll see it work. In the year before you were born, things became difficult. There had always been something of a mutant problem in the city, but it became worse. They attacked more frequently and more aggressively. Support for the project eroded as time went on. When we couldn't produce any significant results, progress came to a halt. And then you were born. Your mother and I had talked about what to do when that time came, but then we lost her, and I had to make a decision. I chose to leave. From what I understand, things happened quickly after that. It became too dangerous for the others to stay, and so the project was abandoned. Dr. Lee and her team left for what became Rivet City, and Project Purity has sat waiting ever since. I understand that you have reason to question a good many things I've told you over the years. But your mother, I've never lied to you about what happened. Not once. She died giving birth to you. It was a difficult time. She was so eager to meet you, to make a place for you in the world. If nothing else, please believe that she loved you very much. The vault you grew up in had its own water purification system. Clean water was never a worry. Out here, things are different. Water out here is never clean and almost always irradiated. It's barely able to sustain any kind of normal life. If we can change that, humanity has a real chance at rebuilding, starting over. Be careful, sweetie.
All right, so when Dad left the vault, it left the Overseer going berserk and all that. Dad didn't foresee that, obviously. He thought him leaving would leave us behind and we could have some sort of life, not realizing there may be some impact on my life as well, type of thing, right? But the Overseer going completely berserk and not only killing off Jonas, who would have been the last remaining doctor in the vault, but seeing that his actual, vault doctor, right, which would be our dad, leaving kind of left the vault in kind of a mess. And then after that, I think the Overseer would look down at the blood on his hands and go, oh, what have I done? Well, that wouldn't be a first for mankind in history to do something really, really stupid and shoot himself in the foot. It would leave them, for the vault? Reprogramming the robot who can't even cut a cake to operate on people, which I think actually winds up being the case, but or else somebody would have to go learn to be a doctor type of thing, which isn't something you just pick up on the fly. So anyway, I mean, I can see it pissing the Overseer off, but not having go berserk, kill off the last remaining doctor, and then go looking for blood from us too. I think it's the Overseer's ideal little utopian society down there in the vault kind of crumbling before his eyes that finally kind of sent him over the edge, so to speak. Anyway, whatever the case, I don't think Dad meant to leave us in that kind of a mess. He didn't foresee what kind of impact his leaving would have on an unstable guy, who was in charge of the vault. I think we're just going to go ahead and fast travel here. Start running into enemies pretty soon, and as long as you're fighting, you can't fast travel, so I like to do that as soon as I walk out the door. But here we go. Wait for the bridge to extend again. I guess it kind of reset itself. So anyway, so it'd be easy to be mad at Dad, but being a little more forgiving. I mean, he at least did wait until he grew up type thing. At least he did that. Let me see if their ammo is restocked. I'm going to buy up everything they've got.
Welcome to Decided to check out the shop, eh? If you want any of this shit, just holler. Need to do some killing, eh?
I think what we basically get with the Rivet City traders is like the equivalent of like 10 or 20 barter points, basically, with them. Sell for a little bit more, buy for a little bit less. Gun guy is the only one I'm personally really worried about. Also seems like their inventory goes up a little bit, although these guys usually have pretty good stock anyway. But they're just as likely to have, you know, say a spare sniper rifle or something sitting around as anything else. Now this, a lot of that excess ammo and stuff that I don't need, things like that. A bunch of those missiles we picked up at the National Guard depot, things like that. Probably wind up getting back more caps that I'm spending here. Plus some of the stuff has just been dead weight. And actually in the section coming up, in the next video, it gets kind of exciting, actually. Let's, we're going to need a little bit of room to carry stuff. Let's see, we'll end up getting most of his money instead.
Thanks. If you need more ammo, this is where to get it.
No doubt.
Watch it, will you?
What I need is a whole stash of energy weapons to just go trade to the outcast guys. That's what I really need. You can get a couple hundred rounds per, say, laser rifle or plasma rifle, and get about 10 or 20 of those, then you're talking. Do that 4 or 5 times, and you're set. You got a little bit more dialogue coming up here. Dad's not quite here yet. It's easy. Just press the back button, wait for an hour. It's usually all it takes. Yeah, I don't see him anywhere yet. There he is.
I told you it would work, Madison. And now I can prove it.
James, you're back.
And with good news. I was right about Braun and the Gek. If we can find one, we can adapt it to work with the purifiers.
I'd like to believe you, James. I really would. This is all just so sudden.
Madison, I'm telling you, this is real. I talked to Braun himself. He confirmed it. Don't you see? This is what we've been waiting for.
I don't know, James. So many years have passed. Is it really still worth trying?
How could it not be worth improving the lives of everyone in the wasteland? What could be a more worthy endeavor?
You haven't lost any of your passion, have you, James?
It's
No
as
problems
important
to
to me as
report, I
ever,
assume?
Madison. I know it's important to you too. Let's finish it together.
James, we don't have a Gek. I can get a small team together, but we'll need proof that it works before people believe us.
I know,
Yes?
I was thinking about that. The lab at the facility had some old pre-war computers that we scavenged. One of them might be useful.
From the last reports, there's no power at the facility. Even if one of those computers had a database, we couldn't access it.
That's why we're going to head over there right now and get things up and running as best we can.
You know, if it were anyone else asking me to do this, I'd have them run right out of Rivet City.
And you know I wouldn't be here if I didn't think this would really work. It's time, Madison.
Damn you, James. When this is all over, you owe me a drink. I'll get the team together.
Thank you, Madison. It's good to be working with you again.
All right, now watch this little bit of dialogue. Try to talk to Dr. Lee.
You found him? I can't believe it. You have my thanks. We would be lost without James. No, of course not. I'm simply glad that our work can continue. James is essential to the project, that's all, really.
Uh-huh.
I have faith in your father. With the knowledge he's gained, we stand a better chance than we ever have. Farewell. Did you need
Is
something?
everything all right? We need to get back to Project Purity. The computer there is our best chance to locate a Gek. That's my girl. It'll be good to work side by side.
Okay, so keeping up with where we're at in the story, now our main objective, all right, first it was to find Dad, see where he went, all right, now we see that we have, you know, bigger things in mind, all right, now, the scope of this project is pretty big, all right, it's a worthy goal. Okay, and so now, in order to make it work, we need a Gek, all right, so now it's all about locating a Gek, one way or another. And that's essentially where the story takes us from this point. Okay, now we already cleared out the basement of the Jefferson Memorial, and so we've essentially got to step up.
Everything looks okay here.
Sometimes it's good to wait for everybody to kind of spawn before, you know, moving from one place to another. I hate seeing NPCs get stuck. Okay. They didn't catch up. Let's see. Okay, alright. That was just the sound of them going through. Okay, so since the basement's cleaned out, I guess we'll just bypass.
I'm not trying to put you off, but we need to get to Project Purity. Anything else can
Bypass
wait
that
until
right
we-
there. That's what I was expecting to happen outside, but alright. So they all walked right in. I guess they knew it was safe, somehow. Alright, that's pretty much it. Now, if there was even one super mutant left anywhere in here, whether it be in the actual, you know, room with the big water tank, or down in the basement, or anywhere, then Dad would tell you that it's not safe to go in, and you'd have to go scour the place out. I remember one time there was a super mutant, and he just wouldn't get aggressive. He was just standing in a corner, and I must have probably walked by him 3 or 4 times. And he was just kind of stuck there, glitched there or something. Anyway, finally went back in and found him after several tries and getting real frustrated.
Hey there.
But, no, this asshole.
Oh, great. Listen, I know who you are, okay? As far as I'm concerned, you've got no business being here, so just stay out of my way. Unlike some people around here, I stuck with Dr. Lee through it all. I was the last one to leave when we finally gave up. Now your daddy shows up out of the blue, and suddenly I have to drop everything to come back and help pick up the pieces. God forbid I should be upset that twice now my work has been screwed over by your father. And to make things worse, this time he brings his snot-nosed kid along for the ride. Besides the fact that you shouldn't be here, don't touch anything you're not told to. There's enough to do around here without having to clean up after you. The hell do you care? You showed up here, what, 5 minutes ago, and now you're strutting around like you own the place? You shouldn't even be here. Why don't you go do whatever it is you're supposed to be doing and leave me alone? Not if you keep asking me stupid questions.
Wow. How about factoring into that scientific brain of yours that I just played pint-sized slasher, and I will pull out my shit and shoot you in your shit right now. In your bitch face. I guess I understand your frustration, but there's a certain way to talk to people, and that's not it. Especially not when they have a terrible shotgun, like, strapped to their back, like 2 feet in front of your, yeah, not wise. For scientists, he's not very smart. Alright, so here's the water purifier and all that. Actually, you can see just a shadow of, what would it, that would be Jefferson's statue in there, right? Okay. But, anyway. Now the water's still dirty. But alright, we'll talk to Dad here in a minute and get the next part of the story started on the next one. Alright, thanks for watching. Want to subscribe, click that button up top. And for the rest of us, let's play up to this point. Click that image there in the middle. Alright, appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.